Well, hey guys, how are you? It is John C. Morley here, sir, entrepreneur. A little bit late today. Had a very long day. So actually, my day started really early, and I always promise to get these out to you before my head hits the pillow. Had two shows to do today. Had the tech show, and now Inspirations for Your Life. So welcome everyone. If this is your first time here, I want to take the opportunity to say thank you and welcome to Inspirations for Your Life, the show that's all about motivating you to become a better version of yourself. And if this is not your first time and you're coming back, I want to say welcome back. Thank you for choosing to make Inspirations feel like part of your day or part of your evening. And if you are new here and you have not checked out believemeachieve.com, please go ahead and do that after the show. That's believemeachieve.com. You can do that after the show. You can get my short form content, my long form content, articles, and so much more. It's a great place to brush up if you missed something during the show. There's a lot of powerful nuggets. All right, guys. So, also, I want to let you know if any of you are parched, maybe you're thirsty, feel free to go get an RO water or get something to drink. Maybe it's hot, maybe it's cold, maybe it's sweet, maybe it's sour, maybe it's nuts, maybe it's fruit, maybe it's chocolate or not, healthy or not. That's up to you. Feel free to get that and come on back to the show because you know what? We have some amazing stuff here to share with you guys tonight. This actually wraps up the very last chapter of the evening, of the week, I should say. And I think that's a very important thing, to understand is that we've had this topic, which is decoded modern life under a microscope. And so it is really coming to its close. And tonight, or today, I should say, depending on when you're watching this, we have a very good master topic. Okay. This master topic, which we'll get to in a minute, it is, well, editing future shock, where the world's headed right now, right? This is series 4, show 46, episode number 7, and it does wrap up the week. So next week, which is tomorrow, which is Saturday, today, we will start with episode number series 4. We'll do show 40. It'll be show 47. All right. So let's go ahead and kick this show off. I've got a lot to share with you, and I think you're going to find it to be extremely valuable. So without any further ado, let's go ahead, guys, and get this show kicked off. So welcome, a big welcome to everyone on the Inspirations for Your Life show. It is so great to be with you on the show. Thank you so much again for being here. A very big warm welcome to you for tuning into the show. The show that's all about daily motivation and a podcast where big ideas, technology, trends, and cultural shifts can permeate even into the personal life and business life. I'm John C. Morley. I'm a serial entrepreneur and, well, I'm also an engineer. I'm a marketing specialist. I'm a video producer, coach, graduate student, and I'm a passionate lifelong learner. And guys, I don't know if you know this, but we're going to be on the show 4 years solid in just less than 8 weeks. And then we'll be starting series 5, and then we'll be on the air officially 4 years, and we'll be starting our 5th year. So that's going to be really cool. And by the way, my mission, in case you didn't know it, it's to deliver breakthrough wisdom that will elevate your leadership, fuel your creativity, and keep you ahead of the curve every single day. So if you're looking for a show that talks you up and fills you and your world with inspiration and actionable insight, well, you're in the right place. Just make sure you got that comfortable beverage, or I should say that snack. And from there, we can definitely go far together. So I know you guys are probably wondering, what's happening, what are we doing? But I think it's really important to embrace this whole concept of, what we're doing and the fact that it's all about, I should say, it's all about changes in your life. And it's it's all about your changes, and how you can make differences in your life, and what you can do with that. I think a lot of times people don't realize or understand, what this means. But I think it's important that you can really realize like what something can be like and how that can make a huge, huge change. Um, and so let's get into the show. All right. So this episode is all about future shock, where the world's headed. It explores the human side of tomorrow. And we don't always talk about tech, but we talk about tech on Inspiration to Your Life when it has to deal with your personal well being, such as motivation, success, hacks, things like that. Um, AI and, of course, digital culture are reshaping everything about work, relationships, and meaning. So, I want to encourage you guys to get ready to rethink your reality as we unpack about 30 fast moving trends that I know if you pay attention to will definitely improve the quality of your life. And I know that a lot of you are probably wondering what's going on. So, number one is why attention is the new currency in today's world. Your focus is more valuable than your money. Companies and creators alike compete for every second of our time. You spend online, whether it's in print, digital, etc., because attention drives influence and decisions and even personal reputation. And I think if we can embrace and we can understand these things, then our life can be pretty earth shattering in a and I would say in a positive way, guys, in definitely a positive way. So many people are vetting for your attention. I mean, every single day, people are vetting for your attention. Number two, how AI is reshaping relationships. AI, chatbots, voice assistants, and smart devices are changing the way we connect, making relationships more digital and sometimes blurring the line between human and machine and empathy. So let me give you a perfect example. I was calling the other day a restaurant, the one of the restaurants you may know. It's called the Melting Pot, and the Melting Pot has an AI, let's say, phone attendant. And so I had to call him the other day. And the thing is this, when I called uh, the place, is like, "Hi, you've reached the Melting Pot." I'm like, "Okay, great. Hi, this is Judy. How can I help you?" And you reached the Melting Pot, and this is Judy. And I was like, Judy, I'd like to speak to a live person. Now, the first time I spoke to Judy, I didn't know that she wasn't like a real person because she sounded pretty real, but you can quickly figure it out. So I said, "Yes, I have a question about my reservation." "Oh, sure, I can help you with that." But it was about a group, so it was a little confusing. So she realized um, I said, "Are you a live person?" "Yes, I am live." So, like, then I'm starting to since you're saying things like, "And I'll be happy to help you with that." I'm like, "Okay, this is not a real person." So I said, "So, you're not real." "Oh, of course I'm real." I said, "You're not live." "Yes, I'm live. I'm right here. I'm listening to you." "No, you're not a live person. Like, you don't have a heartbeat." And then she came back and she's like, "Oh, of course I have a heartbeat in my circuit boards." I said, "Yeah, exactly. You're an AI assistant." "Gee, John, you got me there. You're awfully smart." So then when I had a call, like, and I asked for somebody, I was like, "Can I speak?" Oh, I'll be happy to help you with that. Remember we went through this last time, Judy? I'd like to please speak with a live person. Sure, I'll get you through to somebody. But I had to like waste time. And here's the thing. Um, a lot of these systems, they try to answer your questions. They try to book reservations. And it's insane how that happens because you think they're trying to help you, which is great, but then all you want to do is speak to a live person. I don't know about you guys, right? So it was very frustrating when I could not talk to a live person. It took me 5 minutes to get a live person on the phone. That was really aggravating. Number three, the death of boredom with endless content at our fingertips. Boredom is disappearing, but this quote unquote always on simulation, it comes with new challenges for creativity and mental health. So I think we have to figure out or find a balance between these because that is a really, really, really big problem. And I got to tell you that this is something that I feel um, you have to embrace. Okay, if you don't embrace it, what's going to happen is you're going to get very frustrated. You're possibly going to burn out. And then you're going to wonder what the heck is going on. And so that's important. So realize that. Number four, why digital identity matters more than physical. Your online persona, your personality online shapes your career, your friendships, and opportunities as much, if not more, than your physical presence. Now, I want to share something with you. There's something called auto share. And if you've explored it with, let's say, like Instagram, and you turn it on, what happens is that profile then shares to either other profiles, like on your Facebook, etc. And here's the thing. Let's say you're running a sports club or something, and maybe you're trying to publish something, but maybe you don't understand something, and maybe you're posting something out, and maybe there's certain people that you don't want to know that you run a sports club. Just making this out there. And so by accident, this gets shared to your entire story, right? Not just to a group that you're running or you're sharing to, or just to a private Instagram channel. So what happens is now that gets out there and it changes, and people now see you as something else. And they might even judge you, unfortunately. So you got to be very careful about how you set up that system. And I don't recommend using the auto share, because if you have like a personal Facebook account and then you link it, it can be a problem if it auto shares, because now that group that you set up, maybe everybody that knows you doesn't know you do that, and that could be a problem. Number five, how virtual reality changes empathy. Immersive virtual reality experiences are allowing people today to literally walk in someone else's shoes, boosting understanding and compassion in ways words alone can never do. Number six, the new loneliness epidemic, social networks, and messaging apps. They promise connection, but often they increase our level of isolation and frustration. A tech-driven society must, at all cost, find real belongingness, not just this screen nonsense time. Number seven, why jobs will soon sell meaning, not hours. See, the future of work is about fulfillment, it's about purpose, and it's about impact. And people want roles that matter to them and to other people. They want to make a difference. So, redefining workplace cultures worldwide. Number eight, how wearable tech reads emotion. Smart watches and new wearables track heart rate, skin responses, and even, well, micro expressions like facial expressions to interpret how you feel, blending psychology with AI. And this is a little bit, I should say, a little bit scary for some, but it's also confusing, because now people that don't really understand technology are trusting this, and this has no clue about even 5% of who you are. Number 9, the future of micro influencers, small niche influencers build intense trust and shape trends. Sometimes they outperform major celebrities in impact and authenticity. And I think that's a really important thing. Now, number 10, why people crave authenticity in an AI world. In a world full of bots, deep fakes, and algorithmic polish, people value real stories, flaws, and honest voices more than ever before. And I think most people think that if you do something a certain way, that you can just do anything and that, it's not going to matter. But I'm here to tell you that it's more about that. It's about you being who you are, flaws and all. Number 11, the attention detox trend. Digital fasting, screen free days, and mindfulness are growing. Thanksgiving's coming up soon, and maybe you want to do a digital detox. Like, put the phone down at the Thanksgiving dinner table, right? I don't care whether you're going out or you're home. Don't have the phone on you when you're eating. Sometimes, like, I have my phone and I log my calories, fine, but I don't make it my whole centerpiece. The people that are at the table are the center, and that's important. Remember, people come first, technology comes second. That's important. Technology is a tool, and we want to give it the opportunity to be in our lives, but we don't want it to monopolize our life. People crave life beyond endless notifications, whether it's Facebook, whether it's X, whether it's Pinterest, whether it's Snapchat, Discord, or what have you. Number 12, how AI voices change trust. And synthetic voices sound natural and they're friendly, but can you trust what they say? No, because they make mistakes. The future will challenge us to separate signal from simulation. And I think a lot of times people are going online, whether it's Microsoft Copilot, and you ask it a question, and then it tries to get an answer. But a lot of times the answer is wrong, or it's like, oh, I understand. And it tries to make you feel that it's empathizing with you, but it has no clue that's empathizing. It's just using an algorithm. Number 13, the second self era is digital twins, from avatars to AI doppelgangers. Your digital twin will soon accompany you in work, health, and play. Not a fan for that. Really not. I remember when it was COVID time and like you couldn't make a meeting. Well, a lot of times you'd have a meeting and then your AI assistant, or sometimes maybe you didn't get there, or maybe there was a time when you didn't even go to the meeting and the AI assistant showed up. I'm like, what's this? Oh, hi, I'm Mark's personal assistant. Where's Mark? Oh, I don't know. I'm just here to take notes for Mark. Like, what the heck? Why, number 14, nostalgia will rule 2030 with uncertainty ahead. Look for a boom in retro styles, old school brands, and the comfort of familiar memories. I think that's what a lot of people like. Like, you ever go to a home, maybe either you or your parents are buying a house, and you smell this delicious apple pie when you get there. Some people even have it that you can literally have the apple pie. But the whole point is that most people growing up have probably had their family made some kind of baked thing like apple pie, pumpkin pie, or something in the house, whether they made it or not. And they would have that good feeling of having the apple pie or having the pumpkin pie. And that would cause a whole bunch of chemical reactions in their brain. So they would basically become less defensive and more just like, let's just take it. Let's just do it. Number 15, the quiet quitting of social media. Many are leaving platforms slowly, seeking peace from comparison and noise, sparking new kinds of online minimalism, if you will say. Number 16, the rise of micro communities. People join smaller private groups around passions, moving away from public forums to find genuine connections. And I think that's what life's about. It's about genuine connections. Number 17, how content fatigue is real. We're flooded each day with info and options leading to mental exhaustion and, a craving for a slower, more meaningful content world. So you want to be mindful if you're going to post something, don't over inundate people. If you're giving short messages, fine, but don't make it a book because you're going to lose your audience. Number 18, the digital minimalism is the next streamlined digital lives are the future. From decluttering devices to limiting online footprints, people want focus over frenzy. That's right. Number 19, the end of the likes, quote unquote, culture. The meaningful engagement is trumping shallow metrics. Quality wins over quantity every time. In the new digital landscape, that's what's happening, guys. Number 20, how your data becomes personality, like currency, really. Every click, every swipe, and share shapes your digital personality, fueling personalization, personalized offers, and even career opportunities that will probably be best suited to you. Number 21, the future of memory and cloud life with so much info stored digitally. Our memories live on in cloud servers, changing how we remember and share our stories. Number 22, why people will pay for silence of digital chaos. And it's driving demand for noise free, mindful experiences, sometimes at a premium. And people will pay this price because they desperately need the silent time, the alone time. Number 23, how AI alters creativity. See, AI generated art and writings are changing how we create, collaborate, and innovate, sometimes inspiring, sometimes challenging us. Sometimes we're expecting it to be originality when all it is a slight copy of something that was already created just last week. And if you're using it for your business, well, I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want my brand diluted because it came from some AI engine that already gave this idea to somebody else. And now it's giving me some half baked idea and that they think that's what I need. And that's wrong. Number 24, guys, the new digital etiquette rules. The rise of online communication brings new standards for civility, empathy, and privacy. Number 25, why humans still crave touch in a tech centered world. No matter how virtual our worlds become, physical connection will always be fundamental to fulfillment and well being. Helps our health, makes us feel better. Why? Because the touch, even somebody not touching you, just being in your, let's say, immediate space within a few feet, really can help you feel great because it releases that dopamine and the serotonin in your brain. Number 26, the algorithm anxiety, quote unquote. Generation algorithms recommend what we see and do. And I think that's important. Sometimes fueling anxiety about privacy, control, and autonomy, right? That's what it's about. Number 27, how wearable emotion tracking works. Devices that feel your stress, your joy, or your fatigue will soon advise, coach, and support you in a real time world. Don't think I really want that. Although I use my, you guys have seen it before, I have my Lumen. And basically, what I do is I basically take this and I will blow into it when it tells me, and then I think I have, so I have to basically suck up. So, and then for 10 seconds, and then I have to blow down while keeping the little ball. They have a little ball, keeping that ball in the circle. And by keeping that ball in the circle, it's able to do the right calculation and tell me my O2 level. If my O2 level is high, well, that means I'm burning carbs. If my O2 level is low, then my oxygen level, then I'm burning fat. Number 28, why authenticity will outperform perfection. Imperfections and vulnerabilities foster trust. Real beats imperfect in business, relationships, and even creativity. Number 29, guys, the merging of bio and tech From smart implants to DNA cloud storage, humanity and technology are blending in mind boggling ways that we didn't think was going to happen. I mean, did you think that you'd be able to enter somebody's phone number on your phone or online and it syncs with your phone? A lot of things like that, right? Number 30, the rise of quote unquote slow content, the long form stories, the deep dives, and the thoughtful media rise as antidotes to content fatigue, making room for real reflection. I think that's an important thing, guys, is that when we have all these digital technologies, whether it's your smartphone, um, whether it's things like, my Lumen or a Fitbit or whatever you have, even your watch, right? We have to realize that these are things. And although they can make our lives easier and aid us and complement things, they don't replace us. But we also have to remember not to put these things before or ahead of our family, our friends, and those we love, because I think that can be a very, very big problem. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've gotten something out of this. I hope you've gotten something out of the whole week about our lives under a microscope. And, how do we do this? Decoding our lives under a microscope. It's something most people will not take the time to look at. But if you do, well, you'll be healthier and you'll be much more successful. I invite you, ladies and gentlemen, to connect with me now at believemeachieve.com for more of my amazing, inspiring creations, which you want to do. I look forward, ladies and gentlemen, to providing you more wisdom and a daily boost of motivation. You can tune in by visiting believemeachieve.com and let's ignite your journey together toward greater innovation, impact, and joy. Because, ladies and gentlemen, you live in life to experience things, but to feel and experience joy. When you do this, you start realizing your purpose. Let's elevate your life together. Let's give you more podcast wisdom. Let's share some more inspirational stories. And most importantly, let's have you share your stories. And let's create a mindset that matters, everyone. All right. Have yourself a great one, and I will catch you real soon. Be well, everyone.